Hi, my name is Gabriel Walters. I'm a former Army interrogator, master instructor, teaching biometrics and interrogations at Fort Huachuca, Arizona. Currently now I teach technology at Licking Heights High School. So my capstone for the Masters in Mobile Game Design at Full Sail University is a demo called Redbeard Run, which is basically a part of a curriculum, a year-long curriculum for my computer programming for students. So the goal was to, let me show you my soundbite, to learn how to make your game from start to finish using a Zelda-like clone to understand the process. My executive summary is Redbeard Run is a demo game primarily for computer programming for students at Licking Heights High School. It is part of a year-long curriculum designed to instruct students how to create a mobile video game from initial design to gold using only freely accessible software and the knowledge of Java. Okay, so basically what I did is, for my capstone, it was kind of a two-part. I created the demo game, which we'll be seeing, and creating a curriculum designed around it using screencasts, walking through the components that the students can use as a demo idea to get their ideas off the ground. So they will be developing their own game design document, all the documents entitled Do Paper Testing, build their game, using just mine as kind of a template. It doesn't have to be exactly the same as mine. My genre that I'm designing off of is kind of like a Zelda-esque top-down RPG style game in like the old Nintendo NES type games. So the other part of this for the curriculum is that I wanted to be able to have my students create everything with no cost to them. So we used a bunch of different projects like libgdx, Tiled, which is a tiled map editor, GIMP, which is an image manipulation tool to create all tile sets, animations, the characters, everything, BFXR to generate sounds. I don't have an icon for beatbox.co, but that is also how I used online to create chiptunes. So my ideal was to have all screens, asset management setup, sound effects, music placeholder, graphic asset creation, dialogue trees, AI, in-game economy, game save profile, screen transitions, camera management, map creation, design patterns, and entity component strategy, and the entire curriculum developed. What I got was basically the exact same thing. I did implement a boss battle at the end. I had particle effects. I only got 2 months of the curriculum. I did not end up doing any screen transitions. And the music, I actually used original game music instead of just placeholder music. So I got basically what I wanted. I just didn't have the curriculum completed. So let's kind of go to the game and I'll explain what it is. Alright, so there's my icon. So the age group that I'm looking for this is targeting is basically 8 to 17-year-olds. For the curriculum, though, we're looking at around 15 to 18 years old. So this is the game. I do have feedback features in the HUD. This is my HUD. I have 3 different components for it to give feedback when we go into a different location or there's a collection. So when I collect something, it lights up to let me know. So if I collect a coin, it'll show up here. So I completely redesigned the Zelda idea in terms of a touch screen. Nora, please be quiet. So it's all touchscreen based. There are no buttons on here. This is how I'm having the kids in my class design their games. So I do have an economy and game economy. the first thing that we'd be able to purchase would be a potion. So all of these pieces in here, all the artwork, everything that was designed by me, walking through all that free software and the screencast for the students to use and kind of emulate to do their own ideas. So I did a number of things. For the TileMap editor, I'm actually creating all this stuff, and I can pass data into it that I can use to modify my game so that I can design everything on the fly. So I can actually change different parts of my map without having to recode anything. Let me just get some coins so I can show you. So there are different touchscreen controls. Double tap is for generating an attack. Single tap is what allows them to move. Once I have a stronger sword, I'll have a 360 attack for melee, which I can use that once I hold down. Range attack is a pan, so it's a click and drag. Alright, so I got more than 30. This is one place that I could end up purchasing. So he generated one for me. I have this timed at about 6 seconds so that people have time to read. So I just collected a potion. I have different NPCs in the game used for the dialogue trees and purchasing. The NPC that we've seen already. I also have her generating here. But now she has a different dialogue because I already talked to her. So I could choose to purchase here, I could choose the bow or another potion. This is a secret location where I can get the sword. So now if I hold down, I have a 360 attack. I'm moving this player all by using a physics body. So the sword has a stronger attack, so for the snakes, it kills them in 1. When I get to the skeletons, it actually does it in 2. So the game really only has one dungeon. Let me go to the dungeon. Because it's just showing a small snapshot, but this is all the components that they would need for being able to create their own game, have their screens, they're going from a screen, dealing with player death, designing the economy, the dialogue trees, all of this stuff, using my code as kind of a backbone. So I'll show you the dragon and then show you the end game. The bow and arrow cost 300 dragoons, that's my in-game economy coins, to collect, so that takes a long time. Oops. I do have kind of like a puzzle solving in the maze. They'll hear that sound when they're in this area if they were in this room. And there's a couple other hints where I'll show them like where I was collecting the coins to let them know that there is a false wall in the game. So if they're listening and paying attention to different visual and auditory cues. This is how I get to the dragon. So I did implement the particle effects in the dragon, so we can see the particle effects for his fireball and for his nose, the dragon breath. This is the orb that takes my player back to his home. So now I have my end game screen that gets generated. So I can go back, I could load the game, and it's actually loading from right before I went into the dungeon. The dungeon is the only place where it doesn't get saved. Any room that I go into after I transition to a different room, my save game will get generated from there. So if I died in this room, well, let me go to a different room so we can see. So if I die right here, I'm going to generate the room right below. So I generate right here where I previously died. So it's the room right before. This gives you an opportunity to kind of rethink your strategy on how you're going to do your attacks. And then you could go back in and decide that you're going to play differently. Alright, so that's my game. Showed all the screens. So that's basically my game, which really is just kind of a demo for having all of the components that my high school students will need to plan and develop and implement everything that they need for their own game, using their own game design document and really using mine as just kind of a template. All right, thank you.